What if I told you the candy you love has secrets older than empires, stronger than steel, and even connected to the far reaches of outer space? Get ready, because today we're diving into some candy facts that will absolutely blow your mind. Let's start with a trip way back in time. You might think candy is a pretty modern invention, right? Wrong. The very first candy dates back over 3,000 years to ancient Egypt. Now, they weren't unwrapping chocolate bars or anything like that. Instead, people would mix honey, fruits, and nuts to create sweet, delicious treats. But these weren't for everyone. They were considered a luxury snack, made for royalty, and even offered to the gods. So the next time you enjoy a sweet treat, remember that the very first candy was fit for a pharaoh. Now, how about this for a financial plan? Imagine paying your rent with chocolate. Sounds like a dream, but for the ancient Mayans and Aztecs, it was reality. They used cocoa beans as currency. You could literally buy your food, your clothes, or even pay your taxes using a handful of chocolate beans. It really makes you think. If chocolate was still money today, some of us would definitely be millionaires, right? I know I would. All right, let's talk about a candy classic, the lollipop. Where did it come from? You might be surprised to learn that the first lollipops were inspired by medieval knights. Back in the Middle Ages, sugar was a rare and expensive luxury. Nobles would eat crystallized sugar from the end of special sticks to keep their fancy clothes and hands clean. Over centuries, this practical habit evolved into the modern lollipop we know and love today. So every time you eat one, you're basically snacking like a king or queen from the Middle Ages. How cool is that? Here's a fact that sounds like a joke, but I promise it's true. The fluffy, sugary cloud we call cotton candy was co-invented by a dentist. Yes, you heard that right. Back in 1897, a dentist named William Morrison teamed up with a confectioner to create the very first cotton candy machine. They called it fairy floss. Can you imagine going to a dentist who literally invented one of the sweetest, sugariest treats on the planet? It's the ultimate paradox. Our next fact is truly out of this world. Did you know that candy can survive in space? Astronauts actually bring candy with them on missions. In a zero-gravity environment, you need food that won't create a mess. Small, coated treats like M&Ms are perfect because they do crumble and float around the cabin. In fact, chocolate has been a staple snack for astronauts since the 1960s. So yes, candy is officially an extraterrestrial treat. And for our final fact, let's go big. Really big. What's the world's largest candy ever made? It was a gummy bear that weighed about 5,000 pounds. That's heavier than a car. It packed over 12 million calories. I think a single bite of that would probably last you your entire childhood. It's hard to even wrap your head around a candy that massive. From the halls of ancient pharaohs to the vacuum of outer space, candy has a much richer and sweeter history than you ever imagined. It's been currency, a royal luxury, a dentist's invention, and even an astronaut's snack.